And I know that the team, over many weeks have been talking about the tremendous work that you've done in the service, the leadership that you've provided, the innovations that you've initiated, and taking on the role of the SQ ward manager is not an easy task by any means. It's one of the most challenging units we have in the organisation. And next to it, I think, is our forensic services. And we deal with some of the most complex cases. So in terms of leading a service, holding that service, carrying the role as manager with the level of resilience that's required, I think it's fair to say that you've done a brilliant job, and we're all very grateful for your contributions to the services. I also want to say that I personally have enjoyed working with you, and many others would have things that they would like to say to you, but I want to wish you all the very best in your future, and what you've done is very much appreciated, so thank you so much. We've also got one of our patients here,
Hello,
Martin.
hi everybody, I'm Martin.
Hi, Martin.
You all know me, I know this. I've had a great time here with the NHS support and everything that you've been doing in my life, and the contributions you made, and the opportunity I've had to be myself. I've got Maps here. We had a funny story actually one time. I was arguing with Maps, really arguing. I was telling him, if you talk to me like that, I'm going to tell your boss. I didn't realise Maps was actually the ward manager at the time. I gave him a grilling, and then I found out later, but he's a great guy, and he's given me chance after chance, so I appreciate that. And I wish you well. Thank you.
Thank you, Martin. Dr. Natsu.
Maps, what can I say? I think that the table, if you like, and the people around the table actually speak for themselves, because this certainly is the first time that I have seen a gathering like this, when we've had a ward manager departing, and of course people will know that we've had lots of ward managers on NASC ward, and I've never seen a spread like this. I think this is a testament to so many of your enduring characteristics, your leadership, your passion, your humility, your brilliance, and your warmth. And above all, I think it's also a testament to the compassion that you have shown for everybody here, staff, patients, everyone. And one of the things that I will miss very much about you when you leave is the fun that you bring to working on this ward. I think even though it can be very challenging sometimes on us ward, we always laugh and joke, and I think that is important. So I know that I speak on behalf of everyone to say the impact that you have made in the year that you've been here is off the scale, basically. It's amazing, and we're very sad to see you go. Very jealous that you will be barbecuing things on the beach, perhaps next week or so. But we wish you all the best, Maps.
We've got our matrons at the door.
Hi Maps, so what can I say? Maps, you have been absolutely brilliant for us. You've come on the rescue team, you've kind of stabilized it in a way for us, and the staff really enjoy working with you. I enjoyed working with you. Yeah. So well done anyhow. You're moving on to greater things, I know. Yeah, so well done to that, and wish you all the best. Yeah, and I know we'll stay in touch, and I know you'll stay in touch with most of the staff here as well. So, you know, great job, well done.
Yeah.
Sad to see you go, but thank you.
Thank you.
I'm going to open up to the floor.
Yeah,
so-
me, I think Mark being my peer group, I think what I've noticed with Mark, I think from the first day I met Mark, we clicked. Yeah, and he came and said, you know what, Mark, I'm here, we are going to work together. And then another thing what I've noticed, Mark is a bit like me, he's always on the floor. So whenever I come to the ward, whenever there is a situation or incident or anything, he's not in his office, he's on the floor. So that's why we have a lot in common. And anyway, he asked me for advice, he gave me advice. We learned a lot from each other. And Mark, you know, we have a strong relationship, so who knows, I might be in Australia now. So my next destination, I'll be there. Anyway, good luck in whatever you do, because you got a big potential in front of you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Hello, Maps. He's a great guy. First day we met upstairs, and we said hello and came to see me on Lily Ward. You know, we're very similar, new when it comes to Lily Ward. I'm going to show you around the ward, and I came down as well. And we chatted a lot for that brief period here, corridor, outside the street, upstairs. So we talked a lot. I wish I could stay a bit longer, I could learn a bit more from you. But you're a great guy. And I won't say goodbye, but au revoir. We'll see you again.
Can I just say a few words? I mean, I haven't had lots and lots to do with you, but I have obviously been working with you and your team over the last year, and I think what struck me about you is your willingness to take on the challenge and be creative and always full of ideas and wanting to make things better, improve things for your staff and improve things for your patients, and that is just priceless actually. And I think it's testament to you that you've got a room full of people here that are really sad to see you go, and all I can do is say a very big thank you on behalf of the patients and behalf of the staff. It's very important.
Guys, I'm just gonna really just quickly say, like, you know, thank you. Like, we haven't worked that long together, but in a really short time, I can see that you really care about this place. You care about the staff, the patient. You know, I really see your compassion, which is something that it's actually a core value, which comes across really well. So I just want to say thank you, and hopefully, like, you know, your legacy will live within the team, and everything that you taught them, they can like keep doing that, and I think that's the best thing that we can do for you. So thank you for everything that you've done for the ward, you know, and I wish you all the best. But I'm happy for you because you're going to be living your best life in Australia. So yes, thank you.
Hi, boss. I just want to say thank you very much for your help, your support, for being a great manager. Thank you for being a good mentor, and thank you for being there for all of us. Although it's a year, but it's been a wonderful 1 year. You came into the ward. You're always like Sheila said, you're always on the floor. You're there to support. You're there to help. Thank you so much for being a friend, for being a boss, for being a mentor. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I think there is one thing I like Maps for, like everybody has actually said. He's always on the floor, and since I've been working, I've never seen a ward manager that attends ward rounds. Or I think he took upon himself every ward round there. He's always in there. To the point I think I can't remember one time one patient was challenging him to say, "Why you always attend the ward round? Other managers don't attend the ward round." I remember vividly that day he said, "That's my style. I need to attend ward rounds so that I'll know more about the patient rather than people handing over to me." So I think I actually appreciate that style. And there are so many things that you've actually introduced, and I think everybody has, we've all like spoken good things about you. And it's good to speak good things about people while they are there rather than behind them. So I think, I don't want to talk much anymore, I actually appreciate that you've been there for us. Introduced so many things onto the world, and I think some of those things that you introduced, some of them have been implemented, and I pray that some of the other ones that haven't been implemented should, even when you're not there as well. And all the best wherever you go.
Thank you.
Like I just want to do now, it's really hard, it's very, very hard for us to say goodbye to you. But it's all about your future. We just, as everybody has said everything, I just say thank you. We appreciate you on behalf of Ask You World. This is just a sign of appreciation for your good work.
But I also came to join.
Hi, Joyce.
Map came here immediately and left. But wherever I was, every time I call him, I was pestering people. I called him every time, email. He's there for me. He will answer if he doesn't answer, call. After that phone, wherever until the time we got in touch. So he's been there for me, even at all times. He will say, I cannot speak to you now. I will call you later, and he has always been doing it. He's been listening to me and getting in touch, and I was empowered by that. Thank you for being there for me. And I wish you all the best.
Anyway, as one of the unit coordinator, I remember the first time I met Mark. I think it was in the office. I think it was kind of like talking to the staff, kind of like very young girls, and I was asking one of the staff, I was like, oh, look at that student nurse. It's very like, oh, that's our manager. So my God is so welcoming, very accommodative. You can approach him at any time, and he's always very supportive. Anytime you go to him, he's like, oh, sit down, let's talk. Like, you don't see that kind of like an hierarchy, I'm the manager, then you should be there. I mean, kind of like talk on the same level, very understandable. So I really appreciate you, and I thank God that you are moving on to the higher level. Though it's very sad that you are leaving this trust, but life must continue. So I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
And God will continue to I would like us to sing, although I'm not very good singing.
No. Okay, you start. Oh, he's a jolly good fellow. Oh, he's a jolly good fellow. Oh, he's a jolly good fellow.
Perhaps we should have thought that through. But we mean well.
Okay, I just want to thank everyone. As you all know, it's a year today. I started my tenure as the ward manager in Ask You World. And when I came here, obviously, I had to get to know the system, the people, and it wasn't easy. And I would say, Ask You World, they are wonderful staff, but also there are a lot of characters. So you really have to be nice, be kind for them, because they've got a lot of warmth inside of them. But if you're coming and you're not showing that compassion, it may be very difficult for you to get to know the kind of people they are. But I will say, I mean, I've been on the round, but I couldn't have asked for better staff. And I will say, before you could be a good clinician, you need to be a good person. So when it comes to being human, I think you couldn't have had for better people. I think they're very genuine, and they are full of probity or integrity, they are warm, and you just couldn't have asked for more. And they really showed me love. I remember there was a day I was in the office around 7:30, and Elizabeth, if you remember, with Celeste, and they went to buy takeaway. They said, man, you've not eaten today, we've not seen you eating. And at 7:30 in the evening, and they knocked on the door, and they brought me some food. And I was sort of touched that, look, I mean, look at staff, they don't have to do that, but they did that for me. And I felt very touched about the compassion towards me. And also in terms of the patient we have as well, I think they're quite but they're brilliant patient. You could have asked for better patient. They are also, as Martin has spoken.
I'm not the best.
I mean,
I didn't even know who you were.
I mean, they have their moment, but you could see when they get well, you could see that they are good human beings. And we always tell them, when they say, oh, sorry, yesterday I abused you. I said, no, that wasn't you. That's the illness. But this is the Martin that we know. This is the ex-person that we know. So they are wonderful staff. And in terms of my bosses, and I believe in any organization, obviously, we all have different views. But the most important thing is that we are kind of striving for success. We want to improve the patient's care, the experience, and often, obviously, opinions might differ, but it's not for any negative reason. It's just because we're trying to kind of find the common ground. And many times we find our common ground. And I would say there is nowhere in this world where there are no differences. There are differences, people express opinions, you may not like it, you may be angry for 1 or 2 days. But I think what we've done so well is we always have a way of coming back together to work. And that has been something that is quite unique in this unit. We have our moments of, no, I'm not really in support of that. But when you go home, you reflect. And as a good reflector, I think that's one of my strengths. I reflect a lot, and I know when I'm wrong as well. When I'm a bit brash, I know, and I kind of counsel myself. I say, perhaps you should have done that. Perhaps maybe you're a bit over the top. Maybe you should have kind of sought for some counseling from 1 or 2 people before you take some certain action. But I think by and large, it's like a learning process. And I've learned so much. You will not believe what I've learned. What I've learned in a year is like a lesson for 10 years. Because when I started this place, all I had in mind was I want to learn as quickly as possible. What would take some people 10 years, really, I'm not boasting, I've learned it in a year. So I will actually say that my reference should be set in 10 years. Because, really, at age 10 years. So I really learned so quickly. And going back to my staff, really, as I said, my consultant is the most wonderful man. It's not because he's here. I never say, I have never said such a man. Dr. Natu, for 12 months I've known him. He has never lost it. I've never seen how somebody could be so placid. That he just, when I was talking to one of us, I said, how does he do it? I think I could do it. I was like, oh, really? I'm actually up to say, how does he do it that he remains so placid? He's never angry. And he kind of measures his emotions very well. He finds that balance. He would never say, look, I said, and this is what I'm saying. I've learned also from him how to kind of manage your own emotion. And it'll be in spite of maybe challenges or maybe you're not the other thing. And I've learned a lot. One of the things I've learned is that sometimes when things are not going on my way, I learn to just walk away a bit. And that will give me time to reflect. And so when people see me, I just find it smiling again. Because I've reflected. And I actually know where I've gone wrong and where perhaps I need to improve as an individual. And a lot of things have happened as we know on that skill, but really, I would say it's all about that passion to make this place a better place. And I think what I know, I'm living here, but I'm happier because I know that the foundation is there. I mean, with Frank coming into the picture as well, and I know we're in a better state. More staff will be, better staff are coming to join the ones we have here. And I see a future for ASCII World. I see ASCII World going back to the old cell, where it used to be at Blair Ward in those days. So, and I want everyone to just let's work together as a team. I know at times we're upset, things are not going on the way. But I would say we need to just come together as one we're in it together. I would say no one should bolt out. I mean, really, if I were not going abroad, I would have stayed. Yeah, so when people are asking me, I say, no, it's not because of anything, just because sometimes in life you need to move on for a better thing. And I say, you never can say never. I'm going to Australia, it doesn't mean I won't come back to the UK. Yeah, if there's something that I really like, I mean, within the trust, obviously, I'll be more than happy to come back. So it's been a great place. Susan Martin, I want to thank you as well. My early days, obviously, you would come to my office, we'll have a chat on the safety, huddle, and when we first started on Husky Ward, you were quite integral to the plant. You will talk about it, and thanks for doing the chatting as well, for us to know how we're doing. So you've been very, very supportive, so I want to appreciate you so much. And my matrons, my service manager, thank you for your support. Thank you for actually condoning my excesses at times. Because, I know sometimes maybe too much passion. I mean, it may be possible to go a bit over the top, but I want to say, I mean, thank you for managing the situation well. Please, thank you, Frank. Thank you. So all staff is a meeting of, how would I put it? Of things of joy. And I just feel so overwhelmed with the love everyone has shown to me. I never expected this. Although I was told there's going to be some eating, I just say, just come grab it and go. The way everyone turned up, really, I couldn't have asked for more. I just feel so overwhelmed, and it's one of the happiest moments in my life, really. So I really thank you all. And for the people who made this possible, the food, the drinks, really, I want to thank you, because you don't have to do this, but you just felt within your heart that must deserve this. So I thank you so much, and I wish everyone, I wish Husky Ward is my baby. So it's anywhere I go, I'm going, I'll be calling Crystal. Can you give me a double of Husky Ward?
Still monitoring. Yeah.
I'll keep 1 or 2 partnerships. So I really thank you. So please, guys, let us hold on. Let's actually pull together, and we can achieve success. Let's support the management. Let's support everyone. And I think there's so much bright light at the end of the tunnel. So I just want us to hold on, and we are doing well. We'll get there. And, so I will leave you on this note to say thank you, and I will keep in touch, and I hope you will keep in touch with me as well. So I'll say thank you.
Thank you so much for those very kind and thoughtful words. I'm sure on behalf of everyone, we appreciate all that you've said, so many thanks. Just before we move on to dining, is there anyone else wanted to say something? Yes. Yes, please. Who's that?
Sissy Julie.
Yeah, we need to bring her in. Sorry, Juliet. Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon, Juliet.
Sorry, I was late. I just want to say, it is important for us to, to recognize the respect, the love you showered on us, helping us to shape us together as a good team in Husky Ward. You are very admirable manager. If I start listing your qualities, actually, we're not going to live here.
And we plan to live here. We plan to live here.
And also, I would like to let you know that not being only an amazing manager, you've shown yourself to be a caring and a supportive manager. We admire that. And you've made, with your good leadership, you've made us to be able to work together in Askeward, you know, together and enjoy it as well, and as one. And also, to crown it all, that you've put smiles onto many faces that nobody can take away from you. We appreciate that. And on behalf of my colleagues, we say, I wish you all the best. I wish you full success in your future endeavors. Please don't forget us. And one thing I want to say about you, maybe somebody have not told you this. In life, some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. Mark,
You have the three qualities.
you may not fall into that. Born great is the royals, the extremely rich people, but you achieve your greatness, and you have that's why they call Dr. Mark. They call him up there. Your name is not complete until we see that DR, and it's what you have achieved, and you are ready to impart that knowledge to everybody. We wish you all the best.
Juliet, don't disappear. Can we start eating now?
We'll never get out of here. Oh, that was sweet. It was so sweet.
Even all your concerns and your appreciation.
That was so sweet. Oh my God, we doing
The senior members should get first. I don't know, I need to get food for this lady at the reception. Break her leg.